Families in the eastern side of the forest will today spend their night in the cold as evictions continue. The Kenya Forest Service targets to evict those living within the 57,000 hectares of the forest, claiming that they have destroyed half the forest, which is a major water catchment area. John Leting has more.
67-year-old Jane Koech looks bewildered as she stares at the pile of wood that once held her house together. Besides the pile of wood are her belongings stashed in sacks. On the other pile lies iron sheets, doors and windows depicting a compound in disarray. To Jane, Mariashoni has been the only home she knows. Here, she says, is where she was brought up, got married and brought up her children. She is among the hundreds of families targeted in the current evictions within the eastern Mau. She is also a member of the hunter-gatherer Ogiek indigenous community that for long has lived in the forest.
Tumestuka kuona tumetolewa nje, kitu ambayo hatujui na hatujui mahali tunaenda.
Tungepewa hata notice tujipange na watuambie watatuweka wapi.
Tunalola msituni, manyumba imepomolewa na serikali hatuambii mpaka ni wapi.
Hassan Alexander Koech, a journalist, looks hopeless. Alexander has sent his wife back to her home in Njoro to keep their 2-month-old son safe from the cold.
Kuna chakula shamba. Sasa tumebomoa nyumba. Ile chakula maybe tukuna kidogo, tutaisambaza anytime. Na ile iko kwa shamba ni mingi. Tungeomba serikali kabisa ya kwamba wasiingilie chakula yetu.
Tuliamka na tukaenda kwa viongozi. Dhani shida tumepata saa hii tunalia.
Kama kuna siasa ndani, rais apunguze, aangalie maslahi ya wananchi.
To the residents, the evictions to reclaim the forest is unfair to the community, who in 2017 won a case on land rights against the government in the African Court on Human Rights. Mau ecosystem conservator Frank Misonge says the forest has been degraded with families expanding their territories, making it hard to conserve the critical water tower. He says they encroached into the forest land and do not have title deeds, a reason why they have been told to move out. He said evictions will target restoration of Mariashoni, Pararget, Kiptunga and Olposimoru forests. The residents are now calling on the government to give them just a little more time to save the little they can from these rubbles. Joanne Leting in Kapsinendet area in Nakuru County.
That story by Joanne Leting leads us to a short commercial break, but before we